Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Chevalier, where we are here to help men and women find happy and healthy relationships. And like always, it doesn't matter whether you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, South American, or even the penguins in Antarctica, because at the end of the day, I think it's pretty fair to say that most people are looking for happy, healthy, and long term relationships. And today's topic is very straightforward. Online dating works. And I remember, could have been maybe 20 years ago or more, because the internet has only been around for like 30 something years. So it's not even that old. But there was a point where when it came to being online, it was either you were doing something for school, you were doing research, or you were just, doing something like trying to find an online library for like a report. Then on the other side of the table, you had geeks and nerds like myself, and then you had creeps, predators, and losers who's on there to scam or take advantage of people. So it was a point in period where if you were online, people knew you was either on there to do something for school or you was on there to do some nonsense. And in today's world, it's kind of the opposite. I think you'd be hard pressed to find someone that doesn't have an online presence. And when we meet people who don't have an online presence, we're automatically worried. Something has to be wrong because it's almost like who's not online. And the reason why that's important is so often I talk to men and women who say, oh, well, I want to do things the traditional way and meet someone out and about, which the traditional way works. But as time evolves, so does technology. And as technology evolves, so do methods. That was a point in time where you had to meet someone in person to buy everything. You had to go to a mall. You had to go to a brick and mortar. You had to go to a mom and pop shop. Now we live in a day and time where you can literally buy a house on the internet without even leaving your bedroom. And today is the same with online dating. And the reason why I give so much appeal to online dating is, number one, it gives you an opportunity to speak with people you normally would never see in your everyday life. It gives you a chance to intermingle, to talk to converse, and to get to know people you normally would never even know exist. And more importantly than that, online dating gives you an opportunity to meet people you would normally never get a chance to vet before you decide if you want to get to know them or not. Obviously, when somebody comes up to you in person, whether you're at a club, lounge, whether you're at the grocery store, you don't know anything from a can of paint. You just know there's a guy in front of you. You generally determine if you're interested in him physically, and then most people decide, hey, if I like this guy or not based on his looks, but you don't know anything else about him. Online dating gives you the opportunity to vet someone face to face to see if they fit what you're looking for before you decide to say yes or no. I know for women it can be very awkward because here you are being accosted, and I say accosted in a very tight frame, but what I'm saying is basically you being interjected by someone that you have little to no interest in at the moment because you're focused on grocery shopping, you're focused on being with your kids, you're focused on getting something to eat, but you're not focused on dating at that moment, or at least most women are not. So, and I think there's a hostile feel to it. You don't want to say the wrong thing to this guy because you don't know if he's mentally incapable of accepting rejection, or you don't know if this is the type of guy that may flip out on you and possibly harm you. And I've talked to more than enough women who have told me they were absolutely frightened to be in a position where a guy they are not interested in is attempting to interject themselves, get to know them. And I've known women to do everything from have a automatic phone number set up that they can give that's going to direct them to some fake website. I mean, not fake website, but a fake number. Or 9 times out of 10, what I generally hear women do is they give them their number, because sometimes some guys want to call you right there on the spot. And I think that's where a lot of women do now, because some guys that call you on the spot to see if it's your number, and then as soon as the number comes through, they just block them and go about their business. But no woman should be ever put in that position where she has to decide if she's going to be interested in you or not, and having to, I guess, play through the situation for her safety. Because I have heard very vicious stories of women being abused or being mistreated on a level that was dangerous because they didn't know how to tell that guy they wasn't interested. And it puts men in an awkward situation because you don't know if she's interested. You don't know if she's, lives an alternative lifestyle. You don't know if she has a husband. And I think for men, it can be very uncomfortable because, as the free world already knows, men take rejection very personally, and it hurts, especially when it's face to face. I often talk to several women who say, well, I don't understand why guys don't talk to me. I don't understand why guys don't say anything to me because I'm out and about. I'm at these places. But it's like, I don't think a lot of women understand that the rejection hurts bad enough where most guys don't even want to waste their time to even try to talk to you because they don't want to get hurt on a level that's going to make them not want to talk to anybody, period. So the best way of resolving that, join a dating site. Number one, when you join a dating site, you know you're joining for the purpose of a relationship. And so often I tell men and women, let people know in your profile that you're dating for the purpose of a relationship. So that way you know up front what the situation is. If you're looking for a sugar daddy, as I tell women all the time, go join a sugar daddy site. And I hear women, oh, I joined that sugar daddy site and it didn't work out. Well, that should tell you something. But so often I tell women, stop being on dating sites if you're not looking to date. Because I know women who get annoyed and get bothered and they say, I'm sick of these guys talking to me about relationships and I'm not looking for nothing serious. And I'm like, well, if you're not looking for nothing serious, then don't look on a dating site because most guys are there to fulfill a purpose of dating. And then once you get a chance to sign up, let people know up front what you're looking for. And then you have to invest the time in pursuing what you want. Guys don't have a problem. I know guys who will send 100 messages a week until they finally get a message from someone who they are interested in and then pursue it any way they see fit. But with women, well, some women, let me choose my words carefully. Some women feel that I don't have to do much. I'm a woman and he'll come to me. And I'm like, that's like getting behind the wheel of your car and expecting your car to drive you where you're supposed to go because it's a car. No, you have to drive a car. So to me, dating is the same way. Ladies, if you want to meet a certain type of hardworking, successful man that's going to lay it down so you're happy, who's going to love you, appreciate you, and accept you and everything that comes with being with you, then there has to be an understanding that you're going to have to put in effort. As I said in my last video, men who are above average require above average effort. And I say above average financially, which is roughly $42,000 and above. A guy who's above average as far as his appearance, who's above average as far as his lifestyle, they require above average effort. And too often our ladies tend to think they don't have to do as much, but then wondering why they're not getting the outcomes. Because I often compare to women, just like you go to that job and you work hard and you do what you have to do because you want that check, because you don't want to be living, figuring out whether you're going to pay the light bills or you're going to be sitting in the dark hungry. So you go to that job and you ask for extra shifts, you ask for extra days, you do what you need to do at that job. They stay satisfactory, so they continue to pay you. It's the same exact logic with a relationship. If you want a man who can do more than the average man, then be prepared to pursue more so you can get that guy who's going to give you the lifestyle and treat you as the queen you think yourself to be. So, online dating, give love a chance. As always, peace. We are gone, and see you guys next time.